In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the exterior door handle on this Nissan Pathfinder. Let's get started. Let's start by removing this little cap on the door handle right here. Open this up and with a pocket screwdriver or a little pick, whatever you have, get into the front of it just like that, pop it open. That exposes a 10mm fastener. Let's remove that. Take that out, set it aside. Right by the grab handle, use a trim tool, preferably a plastic one, but sometimes you just can't get those in here. Pry this cap off of here with a cover. This will expose 2 more 10mm fasteners. Let's get both of those out. With those out, let's move on to the master window switch. Pry this up and out. This will expose all the electrical connectors that we have to unplug to get this out of here. The lock for this one's on the back side. Wiggle it out of place. Get this one off and the mirror switch. All right, now let's remove the door panel. You can grab it from the inner part here, pull away. All the plastic clips should unhook. There we go, now you can pull it up and slightly away from the door, but keep in mind the door handle is still connected on the back side. Pry the cables straight out and up and out from their retainer here. This lower one will just have a round ball attachment. This one will be more of a hook type. Get this out of here. And there you go. That's how you make sure they go in the same spot. Now you can pull the door panel away. Now with the door panel off, we have to peel off this vapor barrier, and that exposes the electrical connector, removes the retainer for this connector, so you can pop it down. And there we go. Now you can get to it better. Press on the tab and unplug it. There we go. Let's pop this cap off. I'm using a plastic trim tool, very gently pry it away. There we go, set that aside. Now remove this cap. With a T30 socket, remove or loosen up this bolt through here. And now you can pry this lock away, just like that. And what this does is it'll allow us to pull the door handle backwards and out. Careful not to scratch your paint with this. You can put it right back at this point. Tilt this out of the way, fish the wire through, and there is the rest of the door handle. On this new handle, you're going to want to fish this wire into the door, but then at the same time, bring this part in, hook it over, and now pull the lock back out so you can put this side in. Try to wiggle it around until it lines up. Once you feel that it lines up, you're going to want to bring it forward, test it out. That feels perfectly fine. So let's put this back in. And now, with the lock in place, tighten up this T30 screw, which, by the way, does not completely come out. Nice and snug. Don't over-tighten that. You don't want to break it. Now take the new cap. It has little tabs that hook on the back side here. Once it's hooked on, tap it on. That should be secured in place. Let's go back inside and reconnect it. Make sure it clicks. There we go. You don't want this to come apart inside the door. And resecure it. Now we can put this back. It's important that you stick this back on so moisture doesn't make its way inside of the door. If you don't have good butyl tape still, then just use some regular tape or get new butyl tape. There we go. Let's get the door panel back on. Don't forget to put this cap back on. The top cable has the hook style connector. Lock that in, slide it over, and secure the plastic part of the cable. And the bottom just had the regular round ball. Slide that over too and lock it in. As you bring the door panel closer, make sure you don't pinch these wires behind So try to fish them out. There should be 3 of them. There we go, there's the third one. Now, you should be able to lift the door panel up and over this inner window seal. Kind of hook it up and over. If it doesn't line up, don't force it. That's it right there. And now, as long as all the clips line up around it, tap it in place. And let's resecure everything on the front here. Let's reconnect the window switch. There are 3 connectors on this one. Make sure they all click. And then flip it over. You'll see that the front has a larger tap that has to hook in first. So go down and then clip the back on. And now let's put in these 2 screws. This time I'm using a screwdriver because it has a Phillips head cutout, and I have a magnetic screwdriver. Since it doesn't grab very well though, I'm just going to use this to start them, and I'll snug them up with my 10mm socket. And don't forget to hide them with this little cover. Snap that in. One last fastener here at the top, also a 10mm in size. Snug that up and cover this one up also with this cap. It has 2 hooks on the back, so those have to line up first. Once you hook those on, press it onto the front, and there you go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.